Hello, everyone. Hello. Hi, I'm Scotty T. This is your comedy minute, and this is going to be a bumpy ride. I'm going to warn you up front. I'm just meeting this lady. She's a comedian, she's a model, she's an actor, she's a producer, she's a computer expert, I think. Fallon Shaya is here, and I could not be happier.
How you doing, Scott? It's a pleasure. Thank you so much for the
It's a
warm
pleasure to
welcome.
meet you, young lady.
I really appreciate that. It's
You
such a
are
pleasure to
very
be here.
talented. You are a very talented young lady.
Oh, thank you. You're making
I
me
mean
blush,
it.
and we just started.
Well, I'm a little giddy. I'm a little giddy.
I'm
Let's
really
go. Let's
excited to
go
be
right
here.
to work. Let's go right to work, okay?
I'm ready.
You're in Michigan.
Yes,
Were you born and raised in Michigan?
yes.
Okay. Um, I want to start because I think the acting was when it started. That's what started before the comedy.
Yes.
Okay. When did you know when you were little? In other words, I went to my first rock show when I was 12,
Hmm.
and I knew I was going to be in the music business. I just knew it.
Yep.
When did you know early on? Did you know early on?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I would
You
say,
can speak, goddamn it, speak.
okay.
Speaking is good.
I
This isn't a
appreciate
one-way
that, man.
street.
I appreciate it. So look, uh, really, it all started when I was young. I was probably 5 or 6. I kind of had the bug at that point. I was just watching TV and I kind of felt like excited. I saw Hollywood. I saw the trees and the Hollywood, and from that, I had told my mom as a kid, I want to go to Hollywood. That was my dream. That was my
Right.
goal.
Good.
And then really when I knew was middle school. We did something called dessert theater.
Okay.
And it was my brother was 2 years younger than me. Uh, and he started dessert theater first.
Okay.
And the moment I saw him do it, and then I started to do it, I knew right then and there this was it. Period.
Okay.
Yep.
So take us along because you've done a lot as far as the acting goes.
I have. I've been really blessed actually. But it doesn't come without bumpy fucking rides,
Well, but no,
it
I'll tell you what, let's just take our time. This
yeah,
is all about you. Take us from the dessert thing as a
okay.
middle schooler. How did it happen? How did things happen?
So I was in dessert theater and I also did choir.
Okay.
I knew from early on I wasn't a singer. So I knew that wasn't going to
You
be the
are a
case.
rapper though. I did watch you rap. You're a good rapper.
Yes, this Middle Eastern girl can actually rap.
You can
I do
rap.
it. I do it. It's fun. I enjoy it. But really, to be honest, I don't know. It's just school. The thing about my school is in middle school, I got a lot of opportunities,
Okay.
but in high school, I didn't really. High school
Okay.
was a little bit of the older kids always got the plays first. It was kind of that way.
Sure.
And so I kind of veered off to different things.
Okay.
And so it took a while after that for me to really entrench myself into acting again, which I believe really started at 21 when
Okay.
I did my very first improv group where we would dress up in costumes and go to different areas and shows and uh, just try to make people laugh. So that was really my first introduction as an adult.
So the comedy, if I'm picking up what you're throwing down, the comedy kind of tripped in to the acting.
Well, it did, but the truth is I didn't really like it at that point.
So
So
you were doing improv.
I was, and
Okay.
it wasn't really my favorite thing, to be honest, back then.
Right. It's fine. It's fine.
So, so I ended up actually leaving the group, and I started taking acting classes here in Michigan.
Okay.
Um, and I took a couple semesters, and really that's kind of how I knew uh I wanted to be a dramatic actor. That really, to be honest,
Lie to
I
me.
was I was I was always a fan of soap operas. Um
I'm a big fan too.
yeah,
Really am.
and funny enough, my name is actually from Dynasty. That is where my mom got my name from. So I think after the improv and going to classes, I realized I really want to be a dramatic actor. That's
Okay.
really what I wanted to do. And I did skip over something. I
Go
forgot
ahead.
about this. I forgot about this. When I was, oh man, this was I must have been 15 or 16 at the time.
Sure.
Um, General Hospital was having a auditions out here, and I remember I had to go. I begged and pleaded, and I finally got my mom finally allowed me to go and audition, and this is really what stuck in my head like 20 some years later. The lady said to me, "You were amazing. The only problem was you couldn't cry. If you could cry on demand, we would have brought you to the next stage." And that really like put a fire in my belly. And I think that's why now
You can
I
cry on
can,
demand. You can cry on
yeah,
demand. That's all that.
yeah. And so that was really kind of the push. And so after the improv and then taking classes, I realized this is it. Like I knew in my gut, I knew in my belly, like this was the exact thing I was supposed to do. And I just got lucky. I met a lot of cool people in my early 20s. I got to do, but I started, let me tell you, I started at the bottom. Okay. I started as an extra and I started as a PA. And I, throughout the years, worked my way on both ends from, uh, I went from PA to first AD, and then I went from an extra to a lead in shorts, and then to the supporting role in the Lionsgate movie in Hollywood. So I really entrenched myself in the business. I wanted to learn every aspect of it because I never wanted what happened to me then happen to me, in this time. I wanted to be the best. Listen, it didn't come without hardships. I mean, I can't sit there and uh for anybody who wants to be in this business, they got to know that is hard.
Oh
And
yeah.
if you don't have tough skin and a sense of humor and some grit in you and resilience, you're gonna drown because
You're
you
gonna
know
drown.
they don't pull any punches with anybody. But you know what? I honestly I don't mind it because I truly believe that that's what shapes you in your career, but also as a person. I think those intricacies and what they really need to know about the business, it's better to learn that then than be in it and have your shot and let's say get a network show and then not realize, oh crap, this is what the hell is this, like, and then drown from there. So learning each step, I believe, has made me now realize I'm ready. I'm ready without a shadow of a
You're
doubt.
you're you're
I'm
you're cooking
ready.
with gas right now. You are cooking right now. You
Yeah,
really are.
yeah,
So let's just go back for a second.
sure.
Stand up comedy. You've been doing it 5 years or more, I think, somewhere around 5 years, right? Four and a
Almost
half,
5 years.
5 years,
Yeah, about 4.5 years.
4.5, 5 years. And was the catalyst? because when you were talking about the acting, you said I wanted to be a dramatic, and I guess it's like a two part. Do you enjoy the stand up more, or the acting more? How did the stand up get into the mix?
This is a funny story.
Oh yeah,
I
that's a comedy show. That's what we're trying to do here.
this is a good story. I was hanging out with a lot of comedians in LA. It just happened by chance. I just met a bunch of people and they were in the comedy
Now,
world.
how the
And
hell did you get to Los Angeles? You didn't even tell me that.
honestly, it was I just picked up my all my stuff, sold it all, and went on a plane and
So you
found a
just
place.
left Michigan. See, you left all that out.
Just that.
How
That's
the
it.
hell people are gonna? I mean, I just felt what I'm confused.
Look, look, if you want the real is it doesn't happen overnight. The truth
We
is
have two different YouTube channels. Of course, I'm confused.
yeah.
We
So
got the
look,
acting. We got the acting reels where you're, and then you got stand up comedy where you're rapping and
they call me the jack of all trades.
yeah.
So I like to learn, but
Anyway, so stand up. I'm sorry, I'll behave.
no,
So you
you get
started doing comedy in L.A. or watching. Somehow you got to Los Angeles.
yeah, well, let me put it this way. I was from from age 9, I was diagnosed with a kidney disease. So
God,
I had a kidney disease as a child.
the humor just keeps on dripping.
I it is look, my story is kind of out there. It's crazy, but without my story, I wouldn't be me today. And I think me is
Yeah.
kind of so the truth is I've had a lot of medical issues. So that's why it's kind of all over the place. That is why my story is kind of chopped up.
Okay.
Uh, and that's that really kind of shaped me. I was diagnosed as a kid, and then all the way up until today, I've had kidney disease, pancreatic disease, gallbladder issues, biopsies, hernia surgeries.
You're right.
Uh,
That
so
is a funny story. That is a
I,
funny story.
it's funny, and I'll tell you why. Because
I'm
every
sorry. I'm
no,
sorry.
it's funny because uh,
Well, now you just told us you had a funny story for us, and you go through. You got a goiter. You got you got shit dripping. I don't know what you got doing.
yeah, my story is definitely
Well,
it's
then tell us the damn funny story. We need some humor.
so
It's out of that whole pancreatic bullshit.
right. Well, I mean, this you
I
asked
know.
me
I know.
today
I'm being
here.
an idiot. I'm being
I
an idiot.
know. Hey, man, you gonna let me fucking talk or what? No.
I'm trying. Talking
You
us
know
into
what? You know
pancreatic
what?
death.
My the problem is I want to be fun, but like my story is crazy,
I
so it
know. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'll shut up.
no, you're good. I love it.
Shut up. Go ahead.
I love this. I love it.
Go
I think
ahead.
it's
Go
amazing.
ahead.
Uh, Here's the funny story. How I got into comedy. I was at the Comedy Chateau. I was hanging out with some friends. There was a guy who was hanging out there, sitting in a stool. He happened to be one of the headliners. I didn't know that because I didn't know who the comedians were. He was a bigger guy, and I am short. I'm 4'11" and a half.
Right.
So I would turn around and he was right next to me, and I said, excuse me, you in my fucking seat. And then I went back and I started laughing. I said, "Ha, just kidding. How you doing? My name is Fallon." And he went crazy. He just laughed and was like, "Are you a comedian?" And I said, "No." He goes, "You need to do that on stage." And I said, "But I'm not a comedian." He goes, "You need to be a comedian. You funny." And then that's really kind of how it started. That's it. I decided one day my friend had a red carpet show and sold out Comedy Chateau. There was almost 100 people there. And my very first show after only one practice was almost a sold out show doing 5 minutes, scared shitless, and leaving the mic stand in front of me. I was the worst comedian of the night, obviously, because there were actual professionals there.
Okay.
I had two claps the whole night. And I felt like I was going to die on stage. And my crazy ass self said, I love this. I got to do it again. And that's how it started.
Comedians that inspired you when you were young and comedians that you like today.
Absolutely. Jim Carrey was someone I loved immensely, and Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
Uh, two of probably my favorite comedians that I look to, that had this charisma and this drive and this spirit. It was like this glow of them, and it felt like every time they were on screen, it's like the screen came alive. And that's kind of not to emulate what they do, but I wanted to be that for people. No matter if it was dramatic or comedic, I want to be that glow. I
Yeah.
want people to look at me and be like, wow, like she's it. And
You have a
that's
presence. I'll say this, you have a
yeah,
presence.
yeah.
No, I mean it. When you come down the pipes like that with those big eyes, man, you scare the shit out of me.
Yeah, I do. I do have some scary eyes, but it works for movies.
It works, period.
Yeah.
I want to shift a little bit because, and it's one of my favorite things you do. I'm just getting to know one another. We've just never met, and we're just getting to know what. But you talk about Middle Eastern, you being Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
I wish I could do it. I can't do it like.
uh
Do it
it's
for me.
actually
Do
it's
it.
the
Can you do it? Can you do it
I,
right?
I can. Now it's this is how it is traditionally. I don't usually do the hand gesture, but traditionally, if you walk into a Chaldean party, a Middle Eastern party, they usually go, "Hello, hello, Habibi."
I knew it was going to cut off. I knew the sound was going to cut off. Do it again.
Yeah. So they usually cup their mouth with the finger and they say, or the hand, and they say, "Hello, Habibi."
It cut off again. It keeps cutting off.
I wonder why. Maybe
I
it's
don't
just
know. I hope we try it one more time without putting your hand over your mouth, just so we get this.
okay.
I'll edit it in.
So it goes like this. Hello, Habibi.
It still cuts off.
That's it.
I wish I could do it because I just love the sound.
It gets the audience every time, and
Absolutely.
and
Absolutely.
and and it's very funny. And you know what? I make fun of the Middle Eastern culture a lot,
You
but
do.
true, I do. But I think we all kind of make fun of ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
And and I wouldn't trade being Middle Eastern for anything. I love it. But I definitely mean when I say I am definitely not the Middle Eastern
No, 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 no.
local.
No, you're not. No, no.
No, I'm definitely not the typical people usually never it's very rare that people think I'm Middle Eastern. So
Well,
rare.
when you open your show with doing rap and twerking,
Yep, yep, yep.
I mean,
You know who I that that came because I have been so lucky. The story goes like Mike Bonner, who has become a very good friend of mine. He actually, he took me to my first out of state show um, after I came back home and started doing work in Michigan. He actually, after a while, took me on some road trips.
okay.
And the very first one we did was in Ohio, and we're in the car, and we're both kind of looking, he's driving thinking about his stuff, and I'm kind of looking at my phone, and then songs are playing, and it's rap songs are coming on. We're changing, pop and rap, and so I got a playlist, and all these rap songs come on, and I'm just rapping them, but to myself, kind of under the breath. And I'm not paying attention to, Bonner really, because you know, he was just kind of in thought driving. And he goes, lower the music for a second. I said, yeah. He goes, what the fuck? He goes, how the fuck? You know every fucking word of all
Yeah.
these rap songs. He's like, how do you? He's like, that's it. That's it right there. Why don't you do that on stage? And I said, well, I mean, I've done it once, but I mean, isn't it kind of weird, that I would do like a rap
Sure.
song? And he's like, but why? You are rapping in the car. This is you. You're being yourself. He's like, so I don't understand. You know all these songs. This is you. And he goes, you know what? Now we're 30 minutes out from the show.
Right.
Never met these people before, and we're 30 minutes out. And he goes, you know what? Fuck it. You're not doing your set. Fuck your set. I said, what? What? He goes, yeah, yeah, fuck your set. And I said, no, 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 Mike. He goes, no. Now this is Mike Bonner, right? I mean, like this guy has done everything, been in the game for a long time. So respect. So I'm trying to like hold back like how scared I am. And he goes, you trust me? I said, yeah, of course. He goes, do you trust me? I said, yeah. He goes, this is what you're going to do. You're going to rap that song, pick a song, rap that song. You're going to do 3 jokes and get the fuck out the stage. That's it. And I said, what? He goes, three jokes, pick three, three, three. Do the song, pick three, get the fuck off the stage. 5 minutes. That's it. Trust me. And the rest is history. He was my inspiration
Yeah.
to mold my set. And then by pure gold miracle blessing, Coco and I met. And Coco then also became my mentor. One of the nicest humans on earth. I mean, these two are the funniest, nicest OG vets, and they decided to help me.
Yeah.
And Coco had a spot at High Society, and she said, anytime you come, if you want to get on and I can, I'll let you on. And I did, and she did, and I just kept practicing and practicing, and those two saved my comedy career out here. They really did. They molded a young lady that they knew was kind of from the LA era of when I started, is not Detroit comedy. That's not Detroit comedy at all.
Right.
So
Right.
I was drowning, and they just took someone and loved them and mentored them. And that was honestly the best gift I could have ever received. And those two will be my family forever. And I am,
I love it. I love it. That's a great
yeah,
story. Do you
it's amazing.
enjoy do you enjoy doing the comedy more or the acting more?
Um, no, if I'm being fully
No
transparent,
lie. No lie.
yeah, yeah.
People don't
I
know.
want to at this point, but no. I believe in honesty always, which
Me
gets
too.
me in trouble, by the way.
Me too.
But no, the truth is, I love comedy. I really do. But dramatic acting, has my heart,
That's
and
where you want to be.
and and I know with every fiber of my being, I know that my faith, God, put me on this earth for being a dramatic actor, and
Yeah.
I know that my bread and butter in this is like a defense attorney, an attorney, a cop, a detective, CIA, FBI. That is where my talent shines hard, and it's where I have fun. And I love comedy because comedy is crazy and unexpected, and it's live, and that people who are in the audience could be having the worst day in the world, and yet you are making them laugh, and there's no better gift. But at the same time, I know from personal experience
Okay.
that a movie or a show can change your life.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's true.
my dream is to be able to give back the way that I was given when hard things happened in my life and I watched shows and I was so transported into that it saved me in many ways, and I can't deny it.
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
can't.
Well,
Yeah.
how about you do them both?
Uh, I I I I would say yes, but I would
I'm just
say
throwing it out there. I think there's plenty of time. There's plenty of room. Your health is good. I'm
yeah.
all about it. It's a comedy show.
Yeah, yeah.
I think you got plenty of time for NCIS and that bullshit, and you still come and tell jokes every now and again.
Yeah, yeah,
Do
you're
some
right.
rapping and twerking, and you got to take care of your buddies that invested all this time in you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're not wrong. I mean, that
I
is
know
the
I'm not
advice.
wrong.
That
I'm
that is
63, and I
you're
can do. Hey, I can
63?
do a little. I can do a little Biggie Smalls. You want me to do a little Notorious B.I.G.?
Let's go.
Let me tell you
Let's go.
something. No, no,
Yeah.
you're gonna laugh, but you wouldn't believe it. 63, right?
Okay.
Wu Tang Clan.
Okay.
I worked the Wu Tang Clan record. I worked Tribe Called Quest. I was in the
Wow.
music business. I have gold and platinum records.
No
Yeah,
shit.
you know shit. Iron
That's
Horse.
that's dope. That's fire. That's
There you
cool.
go.
That's cool. That's real cool.
From Mob Deep to you name it, I've been with them.
Wow.
I
That's
used to be the only
amazing.
white guy at BET.
That's see, look, we have that in
What do you,
common.
you want me to do a
Don't
little
look
Biggie
what we can
Smalls?
do.
You want me to do
What?
a little Biggie Smalls?
I would love that. Go.
I'll just do a little bit. And you know what? I bet you won't even know the song.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. Do you know
Uh,
the song called This Time Around?
I don't know. I have to hear it. I'm a
This time
hear.
around, Michael Jackson and Biggie Smalls.
No, probably not. I don't know if I heard that.
Okay, I'm not going to do it then.
Okay. How about some how about some Eminem?
You do some.
No, no. I mean, come on. You want me to really the only let's
Well,
see. I'll
now we're going to get to your comedy minute. We're going to get to your comedy minute. We got that coming up. I want to
yeah.
make sure we covered everything. I
Yeah.
know I did watch. You had a thing on Facebook where you were, being a police detective. There's a black girl there and another black girl there, and you were in your element. But you have
Mhm.
another thing coming up or on video that you got doing acting wise.
Yeah, I mean, I've got
What's the one I wrote down here? Highland Park HP.
yes, that's actually a really this actually a really cool story, and I think it's important for people who are in the business to know, um, because I had taken a 4.5 year break, and Michigan has now changed because Tubi is like the thing out here.
Yeah,
And when I left, it wasn't the thing out there. So I decided to kind of put myself out there and take what I could at the time just to get my name back and just to see how things were going and meet new people and network. So I decided to take a chance, and they were needing some extras on HP and Highland Park, and they said if you want to dress, I talked to the director, and I was like, listen, man, tell me what I can do. I'm ready. Let's go. So he said, come dressed as the FBI agent. We're doing this thing. If you have that, go. So I got dressed. I came. I As soon as he came in, I met him. I shook his hand. I said, I'm Fallon Shaya. I'm ready to go. I'd love to do this. So he put me and a couple other people as FBI agents. So we were featured extras instead of just being an extra.
okay.
And so what happened was I decided, I'm gonna stick it out. I don't know why, but I had this gut feeling like I this is something that I shouldn't leave this show no matter where I'm at, because I just felt like a spark in that show. It's really the
Yeah,
talent in that show is amazing.
yeah.
So I decided to stick it out, and I played a featured extra for the rest of the thing. They were on episode
Good.
4, so I did a couple episodes as a featured extra.
Cool.
And then the director asked me, moving forward, and I told him, listen, respectfully, I had the time of my life. I met another director on that set who
Yeah.
just put me. I did an audition for her, and now I got another role on a different
Good.
project
Yeah.
of hers coming up. And I said, but I can't do any more background non-paid roles. I'm too
Good for you.
experienced.
Good for you.
I needed to get back in,
Yeah. Yeah.
and and I guess I'm still here. I'm still on the Zoom meetings, and so I think so I think I'm in it for season two, and I think that's why he kept me around, and I have a lot of respect for him, and I think you know I think that's his way because I believe he's a true director who's worked, so he knows that was his way of saying we want you in. So I
Good.
believe, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna bring my
Well,
character to season two. So sometimes you have to listen to your gut and take a role that you may not be sure, I was just a background. But if you feel it, you should go with it because you never know where that could take you. And I've met a lot of people on that set, all because
yeah.
I worked my butt off, and
Keep doing what you're
I just
doing.
was blessed.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
I believe
I
in you. I think you're great.
thank you.
I
Thank you so
really
much.
do.
I really appreciate that.
I'm lying.
Okay.
I'm kidding you. I'm kidding you.
This interview is over. I'm done.
That's it. We got to get to your comment. Behind the glitch, computer
That,
specialist. You excited
yes.
about that? You knew. I know a little about computers, a little bit, not like you though.
Yeah. 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 This is another crazy story.
You don't have time
I,
for it, but I just wanted to mention it for you.
yeah, no, that's cool. At the end of the day, I learned IT because people
Yep.
decided to teach me, and
People
I
need
got
help with
lucky.
computers. People need help. It. I'll do this, and I don't like to talk, but there's a guy to the liquor store. I go to the liquor store quite a lot,
Okay.
and I go to the liquor store, and he goes, "Boy, I love your jokes." And I said, "I have a YouTube channel." I don't have YouTube." I thought, "You stupid fuck! You have YouTube. All you gotta do is direct your computer." "Oh, I don't have
Right.
YouTube." I mean, people, and I work with a lot of, I do interviews with all people from all
Mhm.
ages, and these Zoom meetings, it's like I spend 20 minutes trying to do this, do this. You can't
Right.
hear you, it just
Right.
so I can really appreciate the whole computer specialist.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I'm blessed, and
No, and
I'm
I'm
excited
blessed
to
that
work.
you showed up on time. It worked. I pray, believe it or not, before I do each one of these.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
So we got
really? That's amazing. That's
No,
amazing.
I do because I don't. Well, and I pray not only that you have a good time, I have a good time that she comes off good, but the equipment works. That it saves to the hard drive, all that bullshit.
Yeah, that's
All
true.
right,
That's
we
very
got to do
true.
it. We don't have a lot of time left.
I'm ready.
You ready? Fallon Shaya, your comedy minute. Go ahead.
All right. What's up, everybody? The first thing everybody wants to know is I'm Middle Eastern, but I will say this: this girl can rap. Okay, you guys know any Eminem songs? Here we go. Nowadays, everybody want to talk when they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move the list. Just a bunch of gibberish. Motherfuckers act and forgot about Dre. So what do you say to somebody you hate? Anyone trying to give a trouble you hate? There we go. That's a little taste of what I can do. I know I look like I shouldn't know how to rap, but really I don't sound how I look, and I don't look how I sound. And I'm also Middle Eastern, and everybody who looks at me always says, Fallon, where's my chicken fucking shawarma? Stop rapping. And I said, I don't know. I don't even know how to cook my shawarmas. I don't know. I'm the worst Middle Eastern bitch ever. Okay, I'm 42 years old. I'm not even fucking married. I'm not even, I had no kids. Okay, I live on my own. I'm supposed to still live with my mom if I'm not married. Can you imagine me living with my mama at 42? How am I ever going to get laid? I have to ask my mom, hey, are you asleep? And then on top of that, why do Middle Eastern people have to have 150 million Jesus pictures on the wall? I am, listen, I'm Catholic. Amen. I believe it. But 150, can you imagine bringing a guy home and all of a sudden I'm like, hey, let me check if my mama's sleeping. And then we start getting busy, and all of a sudden you have Jesus eyes everywhere, like, are you married? Guy's gonna run off to the fucking be like, bye, bitch, never again. My name is Fallon Shaya. Thank you so much. I love y'all.